Hey, Fanversation, I'm Yael Tygiel, the big host for the big fans, and I am talking to the creator and showrunner of Prime Video's Hunters about season two. I'm so excited to be talking about season two of
Me too.
Hunters.
Me too.
I gotta ask, I know that previously in an interview with Variety, you said that you had 5 seasons of stories within you. Sadly, we only got 2 seasons. So
Yes,
I want to know, did you bring your big finish forward to season two, or was this the second season you envisioned?
I did. This was always the conclusion of the series, and honestly, in invoking Hitler at the end of season one, it felt like justice should not be prolonged. And so, in the writing of season two, and especially getting to the end of season two, it felt like this is the time. This is the time to do it. And with this sort of epic conclusion, it also became the question of where would this story go from here? It felt very complete. So Amazon was great about it. Jordan Peele and Monkey Paw as well, and we're really proud of it. We're really proud of being able to offer a conclusion to this incredible saga.
Yeah, it was very satisfying, I will say. I also want to know that the first season was like very comic booky and fantastical, but season two, I feel like we didn't get all of that. Why was that?
It's such a great question. I think that in sort of rewatching season one and re-exploring it, um, Jonah was younger, right? He was a kid, kind of coming of age, and so his world was really a comic book world. It was how he was intuiting and experiencing things through superheroes and comic books. In season two, there's a great evolution and a great maturity, I think, now within Jonah. And so too, I think you begin to see the world around him also evolve with him. It's more of a 70s heist film or a 70s paranoid thriller, right? We have a great trial at the end of the series. And so it was really about also, I think, for audiences nowadays, even 3 years later, trying to make these episodes, as designed and focused as possible. Instead of being over 65 minutes each one, how can we make these live under 60 minutes and feel as designed as possible?
That's so interesting because I definitely felt that there was an episode that I think is my favorite episode, even though it feels like it's horror and I do not like horror. But it's my favorite of the season. How did you pick which genres to play with?
Which episode was that, if I may ask?
It's the house episode.
House, awesome. So the house is the one that I wrote and directed, and I'm so proud of it. And thank you for feeling that way and for experiencing it in that way. On the whole, I think the 70s thriller and heist films really were for the majority of the story, but Seven was unique. Seven was a bottle episode. And what I wanted to infuse into the season was a parable, was a folk story, a folk tale. And in Judaism, right, that's such a big part of our culture, of our religion. These great old stories, right, that we get to tell. Sometimes with lilts of magic, sometimes with lilts of the supernatural, ghost stories sometimes. So I wanted to include that in this season, and so that became episode 7.
I love that. Thank you so much for chatting with me today and for telling me about Hunters season two.
Thank you so much. Such a pleasure. Hope to see you soon.